What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing some online once again, and I'm not too sure what I've actually titled this video, but this set of races in particular have a bit of everything. There's an element of actual good serious racing, but then at the same time you've still got that element of just sheer madness that is F1 2019 online. So this is an open lobby that James hosted, Veloce James. He was streaming, and I was actually doing the esports event, and I was so slow. After my first attempt, I was like, I'm never going to qualify for esports, so why the hell am I bothering? So I gave up with that, and I joined this lobby, and so here we are. For the British Grand Prix, I corner cut my first lap, so that means we're starting last for this 5-lap sprint race. Away we go, finally, for the British Grand Prix in an online race. Damage is on, so that is an element to James's races that he was having here, so we'll have to proceed with caution, shall we say, and I guess we'll find out in due course whether this is the chaotic race or whether this is the hardcore sweaty battle race. We'll have to wait and see. I gave someone a bit of a half spin at turn 2, but I had the generosity to touch the front of their car and straighten them back up again, and we progress with the rest of our race. P16, it's been a solid start so far. You can see Phil behind us go off wide. We get another position there, and we're in the top 15. We've got Raggy there, who was getting a bit raggy on the exit of the first sector split. I still need to learn all the corner names at Silverstone. It's like that Luffield. Yeah, Luffield. He was struggling with there. It's the run, it's like the loop section out of the Wellington straight, where you go left and then right. Like, I don't know what that sort of set of corners is, and it keeps getting me every single time I commentate around this place. But anyway, we're tucked in behind the rear wing of Torza Petrolhead, and we're going to see if we can do our classic dive bomb to the inside. No, he covers that off, so we're going to go around the outside and see if we can make this work. No, we've run out wide, but we will have the inside for the next left-hander, and I think we're going to get it done here. We'll have to leave space on the inside. We'll have the momentum and the preferred line through the final sequence, and there we go, up into P13. A bit of a sweaty battle that was. We are now through for P13. We've got Yoda up the road, so let's hopefully get up there in amongst it and show him some of our force powers. We've got Raggy here for turn 2. We're going to do the under and over, switch to the inside at the last second, and yeah, put him under a bit of pressure now as we head onto this Wellington straight. No DRS, unfortunately, on this occasion as we run side by side on the back straight. We're going to have the inside. Oh, we got Torza being a bit of a torpedo on the run into Luffield here. It's 3 wide. I'm having to leave space either side of me for either of these guys so that we don't have a monumental accident. But we've managed to negotiate that all fine. I think you can work out now that this is the hardcore sweaty race. We try and go around the outside of Torza. No, not Torza. Raggy. I'm losing track. I'm battling with so many people at this point. And this is all for P13. So James, I think this is actually Raggy's lobby. Raggy, you've got quite a few fast people in here. This is almost like the equivalent of like a Fortnite scrimming lobby. A lot of good drivers in here. Let's see if we can get this guy. We're going to go to the inside last second, see if we can, you know, surprise him. Didn't quite work out for us there. He is a bit compromised as we head into the club section. We'll try and go around the outside here, but no, I've actually decided to give up the corner. I was hoping that he'd run in a little bit too deep and rush the corner, get a bad exit. Not the case, so we'll have to come back to the drawing board again on the next lap. Run through the S's now, and we're just trying to set up the move. We tend to be really good through here. We get a nice run. Not as close to him as what I'd like to be, and I feel like maybe I'm running too much downforce, but we'll see if we can make this work anyway. This time around the outside into Stowe, and this is really, really close. We just about get around the outside there and into P12. We have finally got past Raggy, and now we can set after our sights on the top 10. Geez, that took way too long to get into B12. Now we can set our sights after the Jedi Master, that is Yoda, and we have 2 laps to do so to get in the points. Meanwhile, James at the front is absolutely checking out in this Grand Prix. we have a penalty for corner cutting against that name. That's James, who's actually had a wheel issue, which sent him spinning. We've got a couple more people dying there on the run through Stowe, and looks like in the end we're going to get a very lucky P8 if that's eventually where we finish on the road. We'll have to wait and see how penalties shapes up for us as we cross the line. It is P8. We completely wipe out our car up against the Toro Rosso. But that is a very sweaty P8. That was, you know, we had to come from P20, to be fair. But a good strength of field just for a random open lobby. That was tough. Fastest lap wasn't great. I think it was 1.3 seconds away from the best in there. So I think that needs to be improved upon. We move on to Spa. And again, I have invalidated my qualifying lap. So we're starting from P20 in the Belgian Grand Prix. Like I said, damage is on, so it's going to be very crucial for us to survive the first lap without any incidents, and we should be able to come away with a good result. James also bottled his lap too. 5 red lights, and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's try and keep it as clean as we possibly can. Someone's all sappy has sapped his front wing off the side of his car as he crashed into Lando's Milkman in the run into turn 1. So that's a thing. P17, and we have the opportunity to run side by side. I decided to back out of that. That wasn't a great move for us there. It was a very low percentage play. We get past the McLaren, we get past Sappy. There's been a big incident up here. I can see people going slowly. Someone has barrel rolled. Oh my goodness. That is absolute carnage. On the Camel Straight, on the opening lap of the Belgian Grand Prix, that is absolutely madness. We're down to 15 runners. It's damage is on. It's not simulation damage, so it does take a sizable impact to actually, you know, lose your tires and get terminal damage. But we've already lost 5 people. That is 6 people. Oh man, that is. I think I need to turn damage on in the future in my open lobbies. This is absolute madness. James has also got damage as he collided with Lando's Milkman. We get up in a P6, and I really feel like I haven't done anything in this Belgian Grand Prix. It's just been a case of trying to keep my nose clean, stay out of trouble. We've got James coming back at us though, with what seems like monumental straight line speed. I don't know how he survived that. Realistically, we should not have survived that. We had James on our right, and we managed to circumnavigate a stranded Formula 1 car just off to the racing line, off to the left of the racing line. We got James up our inside again. I don't know how we didn't squeeze off James and push him into the abyss, but we've survived. And this has all just been the opening lap of this race. We still have 4 to go, including this one. Back in the slipstream of James. No DRS. I don't want to use up too much of my battery here getting past, so I'm just going to leave it in high. I'll switch it down into none now. I think we should be able to get the move done around the outside. James has damage, and so braking later, getting the leg up on him through Lake Com is going to be pretty easy, and we make that work for us. P5, once again. Let's hopefully set our sights after the top 4 and see if we can get on the podium here in this race. I feel like I have a better setup here at Spa as opposed to Silverstone, and so the confidence is there a little bit more. The lap that I invalidated and did, I think it would have been good enough for P2. So we are pretty pacey in this lobby, but oh no, James is gone. James is gone. We swerved to the right. Well, we're trying to break the slipstream, and this was I know it happened because I was watching his stream. Basically, his USB cable in his wheel was loose, and it was loose in Silverstone too, but it disconnected for a second and then popped back in. So when he was weaving to try and keep in my slipstream, the vibration was enough. Oh my god! Oh my god, our wheel boy did that too! It's P4. We'll get back to the James wheel issue in a moment, but here is this dude in the Toro Rosso just destroyed his front wing, his front left corner of his F1 car, and we have survived that with the narrowest of margins. That is, I feel like I've got 9 lives in this Grand Prix, but we're going to get P4 in a miraculous Belgian Grand Prix. I don't know what to say. It's just an absolutely insane race. It was Armageddon, really. Just people dying left, right, and center all over the place. It was crazy. But getting back to the issue with James, when he was weaving, the vibration was enough to dislodge his USB, and his wheel disconnected, and he went into the wall. So that is really, really unfortunate for James. But hopefully he'll have that fixed up for future events. But there we go. That has been this online lobby. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you need to see plenty more racing game content. Follow me on Twitter if you want to get involved in these kinds of races. I want to do more online stuff. I love the unpredictability that is F1 2019 online. So look forward to more of this in the future. Until then, I'll see you next time.
Just drive all the way to the rainbow's edge.